G'day, I'm Pete Seligman. There are a growing number of people thinking about buying a business in this region, but it can be hard to see what that actually looks like. So to help bring one part of that process to life, I've teamed up with my mates Jason Andrew and James Frank to throw some businesses on the table and share our raw thoughts on each. This is ETA Downunder. We hope you enjoy it.
This is left field. So, security, interesting business industry in Australia, dominated by some very, very big players, and then you kind of had a little middle group, and then kind of really scattered. So expanding your security empire, I guess that probably means we're targeting trade straight off. Acquire a thriving security company in regional Queensland, net profit of 1.457407. I don't know why they just say 1.45.
It's more believable. That's fine.
Yeah.
Way more believable.
So Queensland security, are you a visionary leader in the security industry seeking to expand your empire through a strategic acquisition? Look no further. We present you an exceptional opportunity to acquire a highly successful security company located in regional Queensland. Asking price of 5.6 million, which is
Approaching 4 times, right?
Yeah, 4 times.
Yeah, 3 point high. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So initial off the bat, what do we think?
So yeah,
Security.
Jace, you go.
I think it's, what are they securing? If that's further down, what is this a commercial industrial security? Are we
I would
talking
guess
prison cells?
My guess is
nightclubs?
shopping centers and commercial buildings would be my guess.
Yeah, I have business of that scale. So regional Queensland, probably some defensibility around that. Like not everyone, I guess I assume all the big security players are in capital cities. So that regional flavour is good. I think I've not dealt with many security businesses actually. I've never seen a P&L of a security business. Have you guys?
Yeah.
A while ago, when I was at Stockland, I was the national operations manager, and part of my responsibility was engaging security contractors across every portfolio asset. So I had to deal with the big ones and the small ones and everything in between. It's an interesting sector, I think, is the that'd be my main challenge. It's not the kind of business that you want to go into. You know, I was saying with that last one, it'd be hard to stuff it up. This one, you would need to have, if you're not the expert in the sector and you don't come with 20 years in security, you need to have that person alongside you. I think you can't be the new guy in that sector. I don't think. You want to make sure that either in this business there's a really good kind of leading hand, kind of team leader type person that wants to step up and you can get on board with them, or you bring a good business partner that knows that you don't want to be fresh into this sector.
Agreed.
Which is why it probably makes sense for them to be pitching it to a trade buyer, right? This isn't like a financial buyer. Yeah, I'm some guy that wants to own my own business, so I'm looking at a range of things, and one of them might be a security company in regional Queensland. That's a tough ask, unless you happen to come from that background.
Yeah. I think for me, I chose this one and kind of because I think there is something to be said about coming out of an industry into an industry. So if you are an industry player thinking of buying a business, then actually the industry that you should really think carefully or go, in my view, pretty deep into is the same industry that you've just spent 5 years in, right?
Yeah.
And I think immediately you've got to have your master license. So the question is, fundamentally, to get that and to get all the approvals, particularly I know in New South Wales anyway, I assume it's going to be the same in Queensland, that your master license means that you as an individual, irrespective of how active you are, you have to tick certain boxes. So I think you're absolutely bang on, Pete, in terms of who's the target. It's a trade or someone in the industry. What, multiple reflects that. I think too. It's probably pushing a trade more than a natural financial.
Hi everyone, I'm Pete Seligman. Thanks for registering your interest in the 2024 ETA Forum. This is the third year of the event. We started at the beach, we moved to the harbour, and now we're taking it to the heart of the city, and we're really looking forward to having you there. In return for your early interest, we're giving you access to discounted tickets for the next few weeks, so please follow the link below and grab them while they last. In the month of May and into June, we'll continue to release more information about the event and all the exciting things to come. So please let me know if you have any questions. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, all right. So the opportunity, multiple locations, thriving security company operates multiple locations, providing a strong regional presence and wide customer base, full management, efficiently run down a full management, allowing you to step into a well-oiled machine. Impressive revenue, 2023, the company achieved sales revenue of 8.6 million, showcasing strong market position and growth potential. Projections 2024 an increase with forecast sales reaching 9 million. EBITDA, fully managed EBITDA 1.3. This company offers with forecast 24 indicated 1.4. Okay, that's where the difference is. So FY23 is 1.386 and FY24 is hopefully 1.457. So
It's funny how they don't say hope. Why don't they put hopefully in there?
hopefully,
Yeah.
maybe, praying, all those adjectives. So what's that margin on that? That's
1.31, it's about 15%.
15.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about right. I think that looks looks about right. That's it means that I feel like they're being pretty reasonable there.
Yeah. So industry expansion. So why buy industry expansion? So as we talk about trade, diverse customer list. So you bolt, it's all talking to trade, right? So it's like bolt on, add more locations, add more diversified customer base, add some experienced management, and grow into regional Queensland. It's pitched pretty well in terms of trade. I wonder why you advertise and why you just wouldn't just go to your main
direct.
Yeah. Like just go, hey guys, we've got this opportunity. Here it is, 5.6 mil. Have it all have literally the term sheet done, hand it to them and say, are you interested? Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's from a practical point of view, if I was a security company thinking about, what's happening in Queensland in the next 10 years, being, a whole bunch of security related, events, right? Main being the Olympics in 32. Well, naturally, security went up in 2000 in Sydney. So why wouldn't you put yourself in the list to kind of get some regional market share and then potentially move? The other thing about regional Queensland is sometimes it's not that regional, right? Like sometimes it's pretty close to kind of your core. So
it'd be good to know how spread they are. It'd be good to know how spread they are. I mean, I think it looks like if those are the earnings they're reporting and that's the margin they're reporting, they probably are relatively well managed because to be like their gross margins are usually pretty good in terms of revenue on top of the wages paid to the people with boots on the ground. But those margins are pretty good usually, and so if they're then distilling down to 15% of the earnings line, they probably are investing reasonably well in their kind of overhead and management and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it looks like a pretty good buy. And the multiple, I reckon that it all just come down to quality of revenue, right? Quality of earnings. It'd be like, what's the spread? What's the concentration? What's the contractual arrangements? It'd be all that stuff. If that all stacks up, then the multiple could approach 4 maybe. And definitely if you say you're pitching the trade, why not? I probably would have said 5.9 if I was on the sales side, but I think it looks like should be a relatively straightforward one if you pitch yourself to the right security company.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, it'd be interesting to look at from a structuring point of view. I know I would there would be a good chunk of change. If I was a security executive coming out, I'm going to go and build up a security company and this is going to be my platform to add into. the tax due diligence would be very significant around payroll tax.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Historically, security companies have not been payroll tax friends of, revenue.
So-
So,
Yeah.
that would be the big risk. And then, it's just your customer, contract risk, right?
Yeah.
I think it's, like I said, if I had a security company, I think it's a serious bolt-on. You probably just assign all the contracts into your current entity, cut it all off, leave the risk with them, in and out, pretty simple.
Or equally, like you're saying, if you're a kind of senior manager in a large security company based in Queensland at the moment, and you felt like running your own thing, you probably could pull together a relatively good pitch deck to raise capital to go and buy something like this, right? Like if you're the GM of security for Glad or whoever else is up there, kind of operating at the large level. You've got 25 years in the security industry, and you've got your license, and you've got your background checks, and you've got all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Get yourself, put together yourself an acquisition team.
Yeah.
Put together a pitch. You probably could raise that kind of capital.
Yeah.
So
your bank debt, 50% leverage, and maybe 30-50% leverage on that. Knocks your equity down to 2.5 to 3 ish.
Yep.
Way.
I totally think that's the kind of thing that it'd be possible. So anyway, if there's any senior level security managers out there in Queensland that want to have a crack at this, then give us a yell, and we'll see if we can put together a buy side team for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to learn more, please hit us up on LinkedIn. You can find all 3 of our profiles in the show notes below. And stay tuned for the next episode.